Hi, so I noticed something with the NinjaTrader EU DAX plan since I've had it running. Because it was built to take short, quick moves, some of the moves which were taking longer, some trades that were active for a longer period of time, they were ending up that they weren't being successful as the shorter moves. And so I thought I'd take a look at that and see if that observation would bear out if I looked at it in Excel. So I'm going to show you how I did that. As you can see here, there's the list of trades going all the way to current. And what I need to do is I need to initially just get the length of trade, and as I did with the time of day, you may have seen a video that I did on success by time of day. You can also round the minute in that way for easy comparison. So let me show you, and that'll perhaps explain further what I mean. So I'm just going to hide these cells for the minute because we don't really need them. Actually, so NinjaTrader exports its data in date and time format. So all I'm going to do is do a simple subtraction. So equals K2 minus J2. I just want to make sure that I've got that in the right format. So I just want 24-hour with seconds. And then I want to take the hour and the minute, and I'm not too worried actually about the seconds for now, but possibly at some point. So if I just do equals hour and equals minute, and then what I want to do is round it in the same way. So in this case I'm going to do a round up using the formula ceiling dot precise, but you can also do a round down using the formula floor dot precise. So if I just type in equals ceiling dot precise and then get the minute cell reference and do to the significance of 15 minutes, then you can see that it rounds that up to 15 to get the 15-minute block length, although in this case there's 0 hours. In others it won't be. I just want to type in equals hour times by 60 plus the rounded minute. And you can see that that comes back with a result of 15, which is correct. And we'll just double check that for a longer trade. So there's a 4-hour one here, say, and that comes back as 255. 4 hours is 4 times 60, 240, plus the 15-minute block rounded up. So that's 255 minutes. So that's correct. So what I want to do now is do a pivot table to analyze this data. So I'll create a new sheet and name it results by trade length. So I'll grab my data. And for the row, if you can see, hopefully it's a bit small here, but on the pivot table field list on the far right, I need to find the 15-minute block length that we calculated before. So that's for the row label. And then I want sum, average and count of profit. The count of profit is just a count of number of trades that occur within that 15-minute block. So I'll just change the first one to sum. Second one here, drop down value field settings, I'll change that to average, and then we can leave the last one at count. And I'll just clean this up here into a nicer format. Change that into euros. If I can find it, that'll do. And I'll remove the blanks. Do a quick conditional format just to illustrate a little bit more clearly where the best results are coming. And I just want to make the midpoint 0 rather than the 50% of the range of values. So what we can see by this is actually, and remember this is coming up to the significance, so this is up to 30 minutes. So we can see that up to a trade length of 30 minutes, by far and away, they are the most profitable trades. Interestingly, the trades over 90 minutes, over an hour and a half, do actually end up becoming a bit more profitable. However, what I would like to note here is that there are only 5 trades, and really that's not a significant enough number. Although you might say, well, there's not that many above 30 minutes. If you look at it, there are actually 49 trades there. So although maybe it's not quite as much as you'd like, it's probably enough to draw some sort of conclusion, and that's that the longer the trade, the generally the less profitable it tends to be. Now that's not saying all trades that end up being quite long will end up being losers, because of course they won't. And I'll just go back to the trades to show you that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a conditional format here and highlight cells greater than 30 minutes. And you can see it's just highlighted those trades. So if I now then also, if I click on this top left hand corner and then click on the data tab and filter, I can also filter out numbers for numbers greater than 30, and that will show you all the trades where the length of the trade is greater than 30 minutes in length. And you can see that there are plenty of profitable trades. However, if I just quickly select them and view the sum on the bottom row of the Excel program, you can see that the sum then the count's 49, and that's what we saw in the pivot table. The count of above 30 was 49. So that's correct, and you can see that the sum is minus 2225 euros. So there's definitely a trend there that says actually over 30 minutes in length, and on average you're losing money, and that's a fairly significant amount. So definitely it's something that I'm going to look at. Really what you need to do is you need to go and have a look at these trades, because of course you can add various different rules in order to try to find a situation that is going to be more beneficial. You're not just going to be able to eliminate that, because of course you don't know where the trade is at 30 minutes. So if you just said, okay, I'll just exit the trade at 30 minutes, then all of these trades might be in profit, or all of them might actually be losing money. So you've got to see what a good rule might be on an individual trade basis, and really what that's going to take is going back and digging and looking at each one of these trades. It's not something that I've had time to do at the moment, but certainly it's something that I will look at sometime in the near future. So the other thing that you could of course do is you could do a trailing stop to try and lock in anything that you have already, or for example you could redefine your targets and your stops. So you could tie in your stop and your target and see what the results come out like that. But I think that you'll agree that by looking at Excel and looking at the trades, you can really understand that the longer the trade goes on, the more likely it is to be a loser. Thanks for watching.